Hey guys, what's up, man? What's going on? Welcome to Sports Talk. Before we talk about Nick Saban, man, there's a few things that there's other stuff in the NFL. Well, the sports period I want to talk about. Let me enjoy this drink real quick. This is my fourth. We drowning here. That's what we got to do. Anyway, man. Yeah. Before we talk Nick Saban, Bryce Huff for the New York Jets. He had a monster season. Coming in part time, the guy still give you 10 sacks, and he told the Jets, well, his agent told the Jets, there's no hometown discount. You got to pay this guy, man. The guys are, you put him in a position, Carl Lawson. You could cut bait with Carl Lawson. The Jets had an opportunity to cut Carl Lawson last year. They didn't do it. They kept him in, hoping things would get better. It's been a disaster. It didn't work. So it's better off to cut bait. You could sign Bryce Huff. At least, I would say at least $10 million a year. It's camp. He's looking between $15 million to get $15 million to $15 to $20 million a year. I don't think he's a $20 million player, but at least $10 million. You give him $10 million a year, and he's your regular three down linebacker coming in as a DN, just wreaking havoc. So I would give him $10 million a year, $10 to $12 million a year. I think he's due for that. You could give him that. Other than that, that's it. That's that. Anyway, Kawhi Leonard, who's barely on the court, contract extension, which is ridiculous. But I know that the Clippers, they need the star power, to be able to have people understand. Kawhi Leonard bring that, being that he's in LA, he bring that, so if you don't resign him, if you don't give him an extension, even though again he's barely there, even when he's not there, the fans still come to see him. So you pretty much paying just to have him there, just for the fans. So it's not that much. Another thing is this: Ime Udoka and Nia Long finally work out a deal. Well, child support. Child support for their 12-year-old son. So Neil, Ime with the Houston Rockets, he's getting $465,000 every month from coaching the Houston Rockets. So he's gonna give Nia Long $32,500, a month for their 12-year-old son as child support. So making $465,000 and paying $32,000, a lot of people would think, wow, it's a lot of money. I mean, it is a lot of money. You paying, but they have joint custody. So, but that's a tough situation there. But they're finally working that out. But which is good, because he wasn't since he left, he wasn't taking care of the son, and that's a lot. That's a lot for that. And the New York Jets, man, as a Jets fan, I am pissed off. I'm looking at the multitude of coaches, so many coaches out there. You got Mike Vrabel, who was fired from Tennessee, which was a big mistake. They had big mistake from Tennessee, letting them go. You got Bill Belichick, leaving New England. You have Pete Carroll stepping down. Of course, he still might coach somewhere else, or stay within the organization, similar to what Mike Holmgren did when he left Green Bay. He went to Seattle. He still stayed within the organization. He stepped down. When he stepped down as a coach, he was still an advisor there, and still. But I'm saying, and Mike Tomlin, who might take, he might stay or just take a year off, which I talk about on my last episode. He might stay with the team, or because they're not gonna fire him. The Steelers organization, they're a great organization. They believe in longevity with coaches. In the history of the team, they had 3 coaches, and they don't fire coaches. Those coaches resign and they retired. And Mike Tomlin might do that. He might step away, which the Steelers will still own the right to him. He might do the similar what Sean Payton did, and took a year off and to relax. Maybe move to LA with his wife, which is where his wife from, or they could go to the DC area. But who knows? But other than that, the New York Jets had an opportunity to fire Robert Saleh. Robert Saleh, besides Sirianni, he's the worst coach in the NFL. Worst coach in the NFL. He doesn't know what he's doing, and the only reason he have his job still is because a freaking Aaron Rodgers like him. But other than that, this guy's terrible. You know what I mean? I know a couple of fans saying, get Bill Belichick. I don't want Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick's not. I'm going to talk about him in a few. I wouldn't want him. He was with the Jets, and that's it. So why would I do that? You know what I mean? So I don't think I would want to do that. You know what I mean? So there's no point for me to do that. But the Jets have an opportunity right now to fire Robert Saleh, who's terrible. He doesn't know what he's doing. Now, you're gonna go back to the next season with what? With the same naps, the same trash, a guy who doesn't know what he's doing. So right now, Aaron Rodgers is the man running the organization, not Robert Saleh, who's trash. The locker room just lost. Similar look at Sirianni with the Eagles. AJ Brown haven't been practicing. AJ Brown delete anything and everything on social media that has the ego on them. So he's done. That's a sign right there. And I told you guys, I told Eagle fans that there was trouble, there was chaos in the locker room, and I had to do it with the coaching staff. He doesn't want to be there. He didn't want to deal with that crap. Anyway, man, the Miami Heat coach, Eric Spoelstra, he got paid. He got paid more than 77% a player in the NBA. He got paid, but what he did, him and Pat Riley waited. They had a deal for him. They had a big money deal for him, right? A huge contract, 8 years, right? That's the biggest deal of all time for a coach. 8 years, $120 million, right? What the biggest coaching contract in history. 8 years, $120 million. But what he did, he was getting divorced from his wife, and that deal was done. That deal was done since the summer. Since the summer, but they waited. He waited. He said, you know what? The wife could take the old money. He waited for that deal. He told Pat Riley to hold off. He's going to a divorce. He didn't want to pay the wife the new money, so he waited. He waited. He got his divorce done. When you go into it, see, a lot of times people don't understand. When you're single, it's easy to just move on, right? But when you married, you have assets, you have money, you have properties. You can't just leave like that. It's a step. It's a process. You got to work on that. People don't understand that. You got to work on that. So it's not that you can't just leave like that. You can't say, oh, I want a divorce, I'm done. Yes, you have the initial conversation, which Eric had it with his wife, now ex-wife. And you had the initial conversation. You said, hey, look, this is not working. I want a divorce. I'm done. Right? You checked out. But that's a process, right? Now you still got to talk because if the other person say, hey, they don't want to get divorced, they want to work it out, whatever. So you have to, because all that stuff have to do with the amount of money you give her, right? Let's just say you're worth $120 million, right? You worth $120 million. So all that stuff you got, you're gonna split that money, your assets and everything like that. If she's telling you, I want counseling, I want to do all that stuff, you gotta listen to it. You can't just shut it down, because if you say no, because when you sit down in front of the judge or the mediator with your lawyers, they're gonna say, wait a minute, she asked for X, Y, and Z, you didn't do it. So now the money, all that stuff you got, to where you could have split, 50-50. Now it becomes 70, or 70-30. For what? Just so hey. But what Eric did, even though he have his girlfriend, and they're gonna get engaged, soon. But he was working it out. The girlfriend didn't pressure him. He was working it out, making sure everything was good, which is what he did. That's the right thing to do sometimes. No pressure, just work it out. And they still date. They still got it, got it going on. And then, but he told Pat Riley, hold on. So he got the divorce final, and then now he went in. He signed a $120 million deal, which is good, which is good. Which is a good thing. Anyway, Victor Wembanyama became the youngest player in the history of the NBA to record a triple double. The last person, Josh Giddey did it 19 when he was 19. He had 84 days to turn 19. LaMelo Ball had 140 days to turn 19. Markelle Fultz, who's trash, man, trash. Oh, I'm an Orlando Magic fan, so I can say that this guy's trash. I see him play all the time. Markelle Fultz, that was with the Sixers, by the way, where he did that. 312 days, he was 19. Luka Doncic was 327 days. Victor, 20 in 6 days. He was able to have a triple double, so that was a good thing for him. But he became the youngest player. Dejounte Murray, there's a possibility he might go they might trade him to the Warriors. Also, he might go back to the Spurs. Greg Popovich talked to his agent and said, "Hey, because Greg Popovich didn't want to trade him. He looked at the situation; they were losing, they were in a rebuilding mode, and Dejounte was, of course, a great player, and he said, I'm going to do right by this kid, and he told him, look, we're in a rebuilding phase. I don't want to waste your talent. You're a great player. I'm going to trade you. I'm going to trade you to get assets. If you want to stay here or if you want to go with somewhere else to win, but right now we're not trying to win. We're in a rebuilding phase." And now he understands. That's why he wouldn't go back. You know what I mean? So, but Lakers are trying. Lakers want to Dejounte out of they don't want anybody else. Zach LaVine is Dejounte's a better player to me. A little younger, but Zach LaVine's more injury prone. Zach LaVine's a great player, but injury prone. Dejounte is a better player, play defense. Zach LaVine doesn't play defense. The contract for Zach LaVine, you got $40-something million a year. That's too much money. Dejounte's cheaper. I will go that route. So that's a lot better. The Raiders right now, they're Mark Davis. You got to be the dumbest owner in the NFL. You have a guy, Antonio Pierce, that took over for Josh McDaniel mid-season. Pierce was the linebacker coach for the Raiders, right? Antonio Pierce was the linebacker coach for the Raiders, and the Raiders were losing. The players did not like Josh McDaniel. He lost the locker room. But the final piece, there's only one person that the entire players love. The linebacker coach, which is Antonio Pierce. because he played football. He's a Super Bowl champion. You know what I mean? So he's done it. So Josh McDaniel asked him, "Hey, can you do me a favor?" Because he knew that Mark Davis, the entire Davis family, was going to be in the locker room, and Josh McDaniel lost the locker room. When it's time for him to speak, the guys are on their phones. They're having conversation. They're not paying attention to him. They don't respect him. So Josh McDaniel knew that ownership was going to be in the locker room. He didn't want to look stupid. He asked, so him speaking tonight wasn't going to work. So he asked Antonio Pierce, "Hey, can you talk? Can you say some stuff? When we get to the locker room during halftime and after the game." Antonio Pierce said, "All right, no problem." He got to the locker room. The players, when they walked to the locker room, the players were talking, whatever. McDaniel said, "Guys," they weren't paying attention to him. Antonio Pierce said, "Hey, guys, yo, everybody, everybody be quiet." They pay attention to Antonio Pierce. Antonio Pierce gave a speech. He gave a speech, and during that speech, where he talked about, I said this on my last previous episode. You can look on my channel and check it out. But he said to Josh, he said to the entire team, where he gave a speech when the New York Giants, they were losing. And him, Michael Strahan, and all those guys put together, they rallied the team. The team rallied behind them, not the coaches. They rallied behind them, the players, together. And they won. And they went and beat New England twice. Twice, because both of the Super Bowl, so it was New England. They beat New England. They beat the Patriots. The players went crazy. They loved that speech. It was great. They were ready to rock. Josh McDaniel walked towards Antonio Pierce, who was Mark Davis and the Davis family was next to him. They were like, "Wow, great speech." They were loving it. Everybody was loving it. Ownership, GM, everyone was loving it. Except Josh McDaniel, who walked up to him, said, "Don't you ever talk about the Patriots again." That's the moment the Davis family realized, we gotta fire this idiot. He's an idiot. He doesn't know what he's doing, and he just lost. They told him, "Yo, don't come back. We'll ship your stuff to you." Now Antonio Pierce got the team and turned the team around. Can you imagine if he was the coach? If he had a full season, this guy pretty much had, they went undefeated, really. You know what I mean? He took over a bad team and transformed the team to what it is now. He made the Raider way. He turned the Raiders into relevant. And Mark Davis over here trying to get Mike Vrabel as a head coach, which is crazy. Antonio Pierce should be the head coach, but hey, well, I'm gonna talk about that a little bit more. Yeah, but that's crazy. Anyway, man, Gerard Mayo, who's not a head coach, of the New England Patriots. You know what I mean? Gerard Mayo, again in 2008, he was selected 10th overall by the Patriots. He spent his entire career with the Patriots as a linebacker from 2008 to 2015. He won a Super Bowl with the Patriots. He was the Patriots inside linebacker coach from all the way to 2019, right? After he retired. And they named him the head coach right now. I know people are going crazy, say, why the heck would you give him the job, make him the head coach, Gerard Mayo the head coach of the Patriots? Right? Patriots, a lot of fans wanted Mike Vrabel. Right? They wanted Mike Vrabel. But Gerard Mayo has a great relationship with the Crafts. They've been grooming him for this time, and he know what he's doing. So You look at he's similar to D'Amico Ryan. Look at what D'Amico Ryan is doing with the Texans. First year he took them. Now look at that. Being that he's in the same division with the Jets, I don't want that. I don't want anything to happen. But hey, this is what it is. You know what I mean? This is what it is. Having him as a head coach, which is good for him. But yeah, I'm happy for him. Anyway, Pascal Siakam with they working on the deal right now to trade him because he wants to be out of Toronto, and Toronto they're in a rebuilding phase. He's trying to get out of there. So we'll see what happens. And I don't know if I would pay the type of money that, but there's a possibility he might go to between him or Dejounte Murray they might go to they might both go to Golden State Warriors. But I think Lakers better jump in on Dejounte. You know what I mean? You ship D'Angelo Russell. You give up Rui Hachimura, but of course Austin Reeves not gonna happen. But by Monday the 15th we're locked in. We're locked in. The New York Knicks open to trade. They're trying to trade Randall. Randall has been balling out, man. The guy been balling out, dropping 30 on any given night. You know what I mean? Balling out, love New York, and you trying to trade him. So that's a big mistake, man. I don't know I don't know the thought process there to trade a player like that. If I'm the Knicks, I keep him. I just add a little bit more pieces, but I will keep him. I will keep him in the fold. You know what I mean? You have him right there. You have the players. I will keep him in the fold. Max Crosby, he said, hey, if it's not Antonio Pierce, ship me out of there. You know what I mean? Ship me out of there. You know what I mean? I don't know. But well, of course, we'll see what happens. Because the Raiders have to be an idiot. They have to be a fool to not give Antonio Pierce a job. Of course, I already talked about Siakam, who's working out right now. They're working out a trade. They're working out a deal to go to Golden State Warriors from Toronto. So that's a big thing. Right now, the Lakers have to do anything they can to trade Donovan Mitchell, to trade for Donovan Mitchell. Put Donovan Mitchell in uniform. Do anything and everything you can to get Donovan. Forget Zach LaVine. Forget Dejounte Murray. You get Donovan Mitchell. You give up Austin Reeves. You give up whatever. Do anything you can to get Donovan Mitchell. You get a player like Donovan Mitchell. Now listen to me. If you could get Dejounte Murray and Donovan Mitchell, oh man, you do what you can. You do what you can because right now Darvin Ham he's on the verge of losing his job, and you saw what LeBron James did. He talked about Ty Lue. He said Ty Lue know what he's doing. He said Ty Lue took 5 games to figure things out. He threw that was a warning shot to Darvin Ham. Get your ish together, man. I'm gonna drink to that. LeBron James told the reporters, "Hey, Ty Lue know what he's doing." That was a shot at his own coach, Darvin Ham. He said Ty Lue took 5 games to figure this thing out. So if I'm Darvin Ham right now, because he better figure this out, man. Because the Cam Reddish, all those guys don't know what they're doing, man. They don't know what they do. You gotta get out of there. Go to Rob Pelinka. Tell him, yo, trade everybody. Get you Donovan Mitchell. Get you forget Zach LaVine. That's too much money. Get you Donovan Mitchell. Get you Pascal Siakam. Get you Dejounte Murray. Dejounte Murray. Those are the type of players you need on your team. You know what I mean? You don't need all those Kim Reddish, all those guys. They wasting time, man. But if I'm the Lakers, man, I would do anything possible to make sure Donovan Mitchell's in uniform. You know, the Kings also, like I told you, with Pascal Siakam, everybody trying to get him. You know, everybody trying to trade for him because he's a solid player. He's a solid player. So, you know, we'll see what happens. Anyway, man, last episode, someone was talking about. I said something. I don't remember what it was. Somebody mentioned Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman was, of course, was a great player, right? Oh, right, let me rephrase that. Dennis Rodman was the best rebounder in the history of the NBA, right? He knew how to rebound. He knew how to jump, grab, rebound. That's it. That's all he was. He was a one-trick pony. Yeah, I mean, he was the most overrated player of all time. No skills. He's just a good rebounder. That's it. No skills. Zero skills. All he was a rebounder. You don't know how to play basketball. All he did was a rebounder. Somebody made a comment with Dennis Rodman. I just want to be clear on that. Dennis Rodman was trash. No skills. All he was a good rebounder. That's it. No bag, no skills. I told you, AJ Brown cleared his locker room. AJ Brown did not show up to practice. AJ Brown cleared everything on social media. Anything that had to do with the Eagles. He ain't trying to deal with these idiots, man. Yeah. Jerry Jones ready to give up all he can. If the Cowboys don't win, listen, if the Cowboys, right now, the only way Mike McCarthy keep his job, if he lose to the NFC Championship or he lose in the Super Bowl. If he get out in the first round, he's fired. Right now, Jerry Jones ready to do a blockbuster trade. He's ready to not so much a trade. He's ready to do a blockbuster swoop to get Bill Belichick. I know this for a fact. Jerry Jones ready right now to give. Now look at it. Bill Belichick, and do you think Bill Belichick would have left New England Patriots without a plan? He already have a job lined up, man. He already have a job. Lined up, man. He's not an idiot. He's many things. He's outdated. You know what I mean? But that's it. He already have a job lined up, man. He know what he's doing. He did all that stuff. He know what he's doing, man. He already have a job lined up. He said, "Wait a minute, I got this thing lined up, man. Let me. Where you think he part ways to say I'm leaving when he still want to coach? He know what he's doing, man. The guy won 6 Super Bowl win, most by any head coach in the history of the NFL. 31 playoff wins, most in the NFL history, right? 17 division title, most by any coach. Of course, the AFC was trash. My New York Jets trash. The Dolphins was trash. The Bills was trash. So he was gonna win the division for 17 straight years. 17 division titles, right? 11 consecutive division titles from 2009 to 2019. The longest streak by any head coach. From 2009 to 2019. He dominant. Of course, the AFC was trash. You know what I mean? But that's about it. Breece Hall, my guy Breece Hall, man, with my Jets. Breece Hall had 1,585 total yards, 994 rushing yards. He could have 1,000 yards, but if there was a few negative plays, right? 994 rushing yards, 591 reception, right, and 9 touchdowns. This is all coming after ACL tear. You know what I mean? With a new coach, but of course we're not gonna get a new coach, man. But with Aaron Rodgers coming in, You'll be all right. I mean, but anyway, man, who I'm happy. I'm gonna talk about Nick Saban real quick because I don't want to take too long. But one person I want to give credit to, man, D'Amico Ryan. He went from leading the Texans as a defensive captain and taking them to the playoffs as a first year head coach. You have to give credit to D'Amico Ryan, man, and that's the thing. Texan fan, man, you gotta give this guy his flowers. D'Amico Ryan took the Texan. He was leading them. The Texans, of course, they were a bad team, but D'Amico Ryan was a great linebacker. He was a great defensive captain. He was leading them as a captain, and now he's a head coach, first year head coach, and took the team into the playoff. And that's a lot. You gotta give the guy his flowers. You gotta give him his flowers, and people forget that. They're not trying to give him his flowers. You know what I mean? But hey, who cares? Anyway, man, like I said, as a Jets fan, I'm upset. There's a lot of NFL. There's a lot of head coach vacancies in the NFL. Of course, the Patriots already taken care of that. The Washington Commanders, they should give that Eric Bieniemy should be the head coach. You know what I mean? Eric Bieniemy should have been the head coach, and that's a bad situation for him. Of course, look at that. He left Kansas City. They're in shambles, but they still make the playoff. But they're not the same team without him, right? People were saying it was Andy Reid. It's proven it was Eric Bieniemy all along. But he should be the head coach. You know what I mean? Let him build that team. The Titans made the biggest mistake firing Mike Vrabel. That was the biggest mistake. That was the biggest failure. Well, one of the biggest failures is with me with a job. I'm not gonna name the job. I'm not gonna talk about it. I had to leave, but I'm not gonna leave it alone. But I wish them well. But Titans, biggest mistake. The Raiders, you're making the biggest mistake. If you're not trying to give the job to Antonio Pierce, you're an idiot. You are losing season. Antonio Pierce took that team to make you relevant, and then you trying to give the job to Mike Vrabel because Tom Brady? Oh man, you don't know what you're doing. The Charger fans. If I were you, I would call ownership. Jim Harbaugh is ready to, he wants full control. Jim Harbaugh wants full control of, the ownership right now, not trying to give him full control. That's the reason that, because before, you had a choice. Now, you have multiple teams open. Multiple teams have fired their head coach for Jim Harbaugh. And the Raiders are playing game. The Chargers are playing game. They're not trying to give full control. If you don't want to lose control, if you don't want to lose out on that sweepstake, you give them full control. Falcons. Man, listen, man. If I were you, Falcons, I'd call Mike Vrabel. But Dan Quinn is not leaving. He's not going back. He's not going back. You know what I mean? He's not going back. You might see Bill Belichick. The Panthers. Come on, man. Come on. And Seahawks. A lot of stuff going on, man. A lot of stuff going on. But anyway, man. Let me talk Nick Saban real quick, right? Nick Saban. Let me see. Nick Saban won multiple. Hold on, let me see that. Let me go back real quick. Cause this is. No, it's not that. Hold on a second. Bear with me real quick. Yeah, Nick Saban won 7 national championships, right? 7 champion, on championship. He won 7 national, from 2023, 29, 2011. I mean, 2003, 2009. Sorry about that. I'm not blaming it on the moonshine. 2003, 2009, 2011, 2012, 2015, 2017, and 2021. And 2020. SEC 2001, 03, 09, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 21, 23. MAC, 1990. SEC Western Division, 01, 03, 08, 09, 12, 14, 15, 16, 18, 20, 21, 23. Awards. He won two-time Paul Bear Bryant Award. That's 03 and 2020. Walter Camp Coach of the Year 08 and 18. George Munger Award 2016. Bobby Dye Coach of the Year 2014. Two-time AP College Football of the Year 03 and 08. Two-time Eddie Robinson Coach of the Year 03 and 08. Right? He spent 28 years. Nick Saban, 28 years as a coach. Right? From 1990, Toledo, Michigan State, Michigan State from 95 to 99, LSU from 2000 to 04, and Alabama 07 to 2023. He just that's it, right? Prior to that, you look at where he was. Kent State, right? He was at Kent State from 1975 to 1976. He was an assistant coach at Kent State, right? And he went to Syracuse. He was an assistant coach there. 77. He was a West Virginia assistant coach. Ohio State he was a defensive back coach. Navy assistant coach, right? Michigan State defensive coordinator. With the Houston Oilers defensive back coach, right? Defensive back coach there. Of course, I said Cleveland Brown defensive coordinator. Toledo Rockets football. He was a head coach there from 1989 to 1990. Michigan State, the Spartan. He was a head coach from 1995 to 1999. LSU Tiger from he was 1999 to 2004, and he left to go to Miami Dolphins, which was a disaster, right? Then of course, yeah, the prominence for him was LSU winning the LSU, and from 2007, because he left Miami Dolphins in 2006, where they fired him, and then in 2007, from 2007 to 2024, which is a long time, with Alabama, right? The guy won a lot, but if you look at whatever, yes, coach winning 292 wins, 71 loss, and one draw, right? One tie. In bowl games, out of 19 bowls, he won 12. Tournament, 5 out of 9 CFPs. He's a good coach, right? He's a good coach in college. But when you look at it, when you look at Nick Saban, when he came to the NFL, what did he do? What did he do with the Dolphins? Nothing. He was trash. He didn't know what he was doing. He left. He left. He went back to college. He could coach at LSU, which is something he regret leaving LSU. He said that many times. He regret leaving LSU to go to the Dolphins. And then being at Alabama, look at that. He had an issue with Deion Sanders with the NIL. The minute the NIL came in, he was the coach I was pushing so hard against the NIL. He didn't want the players to get paid. this guy getting paid a lot of money, but he was against the players getting paid. Right? He could go to the house he go to the black neighborhood. You go to these black kids to these homes. You know, I've been there. When you get recruited, when you're a top player, top athletes, the coach comes to your house to recruit you. Right? When you have sons, daughters, the coaches come to your house to recruit. You know, whatever. You know the spills. But you go to these homes. He had the best money. He had the money from LSU, Alabama. They had the money to give the players. He could give those players, he could get the top recruits because he had the money to pay them. But then the NIL deals came in. Well, players were like, wait a minute, I could go to Jackson State. If I'm good, I could go to anywhere. I could go to HBCUs and I'm still good. I'm still gonna get my NIL deal. So now you see guys making millions of dollars, millions. Look at Shedeur Sanders. Look, making millions. Right? You see all these guys making millions of dollars in college. They have all the deals. They have all the endorsement already in college. Not in the pros, in college. So they have the incentive to stay in college instead of going, guys coming out early. Because they don't need to. They already have the money. Travis Hunter, look at that. Look at Travis Hunter. And which is why Nick Saban was mad because he wanted Travis Hunter. Travis Hunter went with Deion Sanders. He went to Jackson State. Now you see where he is in Boulder doing his thing, right? But Nick Saban wanted him. Nick Saban offered him $1 million to come to Alabama. He said no. And he went with Coach Prime. And Nick Saban was mad. So now you have the NIL deal. Nick Saban can't coach without that because now what did he have to offer them? He has nothing to offer the players. You know what I mean? He can't get those 5-star recruits anymore. He can't. Because now they have choices. Hey, I don't need you because now with the age of social media, not just social media, but having the NIL deal, they could go anywhere. This is Brooklyn all day, by the way. BK all day. All right? It was a hoodie. Well, it's not bought it like that. You know what I mean? There were 2 hoodies. I got 2 of them. Anyway. You know what I mean? All day. Anyway, man, the bid's coming back. You know what I mean? It's coming back. Let's go, man. Hey, man, sports talk. Like I said, Nick Saban, he's not a good coach, man. When you remove the 5-star recruit from him, what is he at? That's why he quit. He quit because he knows he can't do it. You see, Reggie Bush was trolling him. Reggie Bush was like, wait a minute, man, without those Reggie Bush said the NIL ran him away. He has no more control over the 5-star recruit. The player, it's a level playing field now. Because now you have to go on what? Recruit. You see what happened? Michigan spanked them with Jim Harbaugh. Spanked them. Now you have to go to the homes. You have to compete. And see, Nick Saban, people say Nick Saban, okay, if you based on record, he is the greatest coach in college football. Without a doubt. Based on the numbers. The numbers don't lie. He's the greatest coach in college football. But he have the players, he have the best players money can buy. He had that for a long time. From the moment from his LSU days to Alabama. The greatest players money can buy. He can go to the homes where he could go to the hood where these guys don't have any money and promise them everything. He can buy the mothers, whatever, at home. Go to the home, give them jobs, whatever. Of course, man, they could do that. That's what it is. That's what it is, man. Those donors, they have deep pockets. They have Alabama, LSU, they have billionaires pockets. They have billionaires funding them. He could call a billionaire friends, hey, I need $100 million. Of course, it's a tax write-off for these guys anyway. And he could go buy whatever player he wants. But now you have the NIL deal, where players get paid. They get money for their image and likeness, name, image, and likeness. But being on social media, you got endorsement because of what they're doing. Businesses want to endorse them, want to sign them up to endorse their products. So he can't go to Travis Hunter and say, "Hey, here's $1 million." Travis Hunter said, "Nah, I'm gonna go with Coach Prime." He said, "Why the hell would you go to Jackson State?" And now he's at Boulder. But I'm saying, you know what I mean? When that happened, that's why you went in social media. That's why you went in and said, "Oh, Deion Sanders paid Travis Hunter $1 million." He was salty, like somebody always said, like you know what I mean? Butt hurt. He got his butt hurt, bro. That's what it is. He got his butt hurt, man. You know what I mean? Hey, shout out to ass, man. Sometimes you gotta put your ass on your chest. You know what I mean? You gotta have that ass on your chest, man. You need that all day. He's butt hurt. I got a refill on that. Put that ass there. You know what I mean? Oh, it's there. You know what I mean? We don't agree with that. That's a no for me, boss. That's a no for me. Let's go, baby. Sports talk. Hey, listen, guys. I appreciate the love. You know, like I said, Nick Saban is not who he is. He's trash as a coach, man. He's trash. Without the NIL deal, the NIL deal was the worst thing that ever happened to him. He had the best players money can buy. Without the money, even Playfield, he can't keep up. He had to retire. He had to quit. People say he's going to the NFL. For what? Why would he go to the NFL? He would go to a team like the Chargers that's already built. You know what I mean? He's not gonna go to a team where you gotta build. You saw the product with Miami Dolphins. Trash. He was trash, man. You didn't know what he was doing. He didn't know what he was doing, man. You wasted time. Well, come on, man. Like I said, with the record, he's the best college football coach. Record don't lie. But other than that, he's not it, man. He's not it. You know, so I wouldn't waste time. I wouldn't waste time with that. But hey, you do what you gotta do. Anyway, man, Sports Talk. Like, subscribe, and share, man. This is free. If you have 5 YouTube channels, bro, subscribe 5 times. This is free. It costs you 0 money, man. You know what I mean? All of this support, and that's the thing, man. You got a lot of people on Facebook or come on. All it takes is subscribe. That's all it takes, man. You know what I mean? Help me build this up, man. Let's go. All right, man. Sports Talk. Thank you, man. I appreciate it.